Hello and welcome to CMM 325 Computer Mediated Communication for Summer 2018. What you see in front of you is the announcements page. Please make sure that you pay attention to the announcements because I periodically will update this to let you know what's going on within the class. Now, you may realize that Blackboard has changed a little bit since the last time you saw it if you are familiar with our Blackboard system at SUNY New Paltz. On the left-hand side over here, the menus have been greatly simplified to make it easier for you to navigate through the course. The very first section is the course communication. You'll see announcements, email, calendar, and a copy of the syllabus. Then we have the course content section, which has a course orientation, which we will look at in a second. The content, your grades. Then we have the support section. There's support for Blackboard, IT services, and a support tab, which is actually available for you right here in Blackboard to make it a lot easier for you to be able to navigate the course. So let's go ahead and look in the course orientation folder. I'm going to click on that hyperlink. When you come into this, you're going to see a lot of information that's going to be very important for you. As you can see here, this unit is going to walk you through how to use the tools within Blackboard that are essential to your success in this course. You will learn how to submit an assignment, post on the discussion board, take a test, and check your grades. Now, you will be seeing this video located right here. So again, it isn't there yet because I'm currently recording it. But let's go ahead and walk through this. The first thing you're going to have is a Find Help When You Need It hyperlink. If you have any information about help, you can look at it here. It's also going to have a lot of the same information that you have over here for you in the Support tab. Now, the next folder is on using the discussion board. I'm going to go ahead and click on that one and show you. So basically what we have here is information about discussion. So you have a couple of links. There's a video on discussion forums, a video on netiquette. There's also a file here called Full Disclosure on Discussions. This is very important for all of you to read because it kind of sets up my expectations for how discussions are going to function in this class. You also have information on how to upload your avatar to Blackboard so that instead of just looking at screen names, we'll see little pictures of each other. It just makes it a little bit more personal. We also have the very first discussion, which is located right here in this folder, which is the orientation discussion. So you will make sure that you complete this. This is part of your graded discussions. And then lastly, down here, we have the discussion board rubric. This is going to show you exactly how I will be grading you. Now, this is the picture. You can also click on the hyperlink right here, which will also pull up an version of this that is actually screen readable for those of you who need a more accessible version of that. But the image itself is going to walk you through exactly what I expect to see. And it's broken down into A level, B, C, D, and F levels of achievement. Please make sure that you spend a little bit of time reading this information so that when you have your very first discussions this week, you will be ready to actually answer those questions. Okay, so let's go back to the course orientation folder. From there, I have a folder called Syllabus and Course Policies. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. First thing you're going to see is another copy of the syllabus. Then there's a folder here on information about the course textbook. Then we have a folder here, which is very important, called the Reaction Paper Help. I'm going to go ahead and open that folder. First, you're going to find a sample paper formatting document. Now, this document is actually designed to make it a lot easier for you to write the papers in this class. So let's go ahead and look at this template. Now, when you get into this template, you can click on Enable Editing. It is set up in Microsoft Word, but you should be able to open this in other forms of word processing, like Pages or Open Docs or Google Docs. But please make sure that you always save your documents as a .doc.docx or RTF file so that Blackboard can actually read it. So, first thing you're going to see in here is you have the title of the paper. It goes here and here, your student name, New Paltz, and then it breaks it down into the three parts of the paper. So again, please just make sure that you follow this template exactly. The template is there to make your life easier. You can also see, again, right down here, it breaks down exactly how you are going to be graded on your reaction papers. So again, we'll come back and look at that. at another time in more detail. So let's go back to the syllabus and course policies folder. From there, we have a couple of videos. I also am going to have some sample final projects up there, information about online etiquette, but let's look at the syllabus itself. Here is what the summer 2018 syllabus looks like. First thing you're going to see is that we have the summer 2018, the CRN for this is 208. You have the information about myself, my office number, my email, Twitter, LinkedIn, and my website. One of the things I do ask is that during the week I usually respond within 24 hours. On the weekend it could take me up to 48 hours, but I try to be really good about it. Now I do know there's going to be a couple of dates where I will be traveling during the first part of the semester. So when I am traveling, I will try to let you know that that's going to be happening. So just as a heads up, but I always respond and I always make sure that I have Wi-Fi wherever I go. So you can kind of go through here and read the course description. Here are the required textbooks. The first one is the Westrum, Bowman, and Laughlin's Introduction to Mediated Communication, Social Media, and Beyond. The second one is Chesbrough, McMahon, and Russett's Internet Communication. And of course, the last one is the Concise Rules of APA Style, the official pocket style guide for the American Psychological Association. All three of those books are required. From there, we have the learning objectives for the class. You can read those. It then breaks out what the weekly assignments are going to be, or not the weekly, but the assignments for the class. There's going to be weekly quizzes. There's going to be 4 reaction papers, weekly discussion questions, a final project, and extra credit if it is available. And then you can see how I've broken down the grades for the class. Then it has information about what is an online course. It talks about some policies that we're required to have on the syllabus from SUNY New Paltz. Please make sure that you read all of these since I know that I am scrolling through them quickly. But let's look at some important things, like this one right here, online discussions. One of the things that I want you to realize is that these are discussions. The only way to engage in a discussion is if everyone is actively involved. As such, on any given week, as you can see here, you should make your first post no later than Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, first posts every week must be made no later than Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Now you do have until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. to respond to your peers. Now, if you look at the rubric for discussions, one of the things you will notice is that the more days that you respond to your peers, the more points you actually get. So do not plan on doing all of this on Sunday and expecting to get full credit. Again, please make sure that you read all of the rubrics in this class to see exactly how you are going to be graded. As you can see here, students who perform poorly in this class are ones who do not actively participate. Now there are weekly quizzes that predominantly go over the information within the course text. I do not open up these quizzes after the fact. However, if you would like to go over the quiz with me, I am more than happy to set up a Skype appointment where you'll be able to actually go through the quiz with me. Big note, during week 1 there are 3 different quizzes. Notice that. There is an orientation quiz, there's an APA style quiz, and the Module 1 content quiz. Please make sure that you pay attention to all 3 of those this week. There are also 3 discussion posts. We'll look more at those in just a second. There are also going to be 4 reaction papers. Please make sure that you read the information on reaction papers. And again, pay attention to that rubric so you know exactly how you're going to be graded in this class. Then there's information on the final projects. Please make sure that you pay attention to that. And then last but not least, you have information here that breaks down on a weekly basis exactly how you are going to be graded. So please make sure that you spend a decent amount of time going through this syllabus to know exactly how you are going to be graded this semester. I'm going to go ahead and X out of that, and I am going to go back over here into the syllabus and course policies, and that pretty much wraps up information within that one. So let's go back to the course orientation folder. The next folder talks about checking your grades. Again, make sure that you have look at that. The folder after that is the take a quiz. This is your first quiz. This is a quiz that basically covers all of the information within this welcome section. So please make sure that you go through all the course orientation information before you take this first quiz. You'll have the ability to take this quiz as many times as you like to get a great grade. The next one is all about APA style. It's a APA style course and quiz. Again, you also have the ability to take this quiz as many times to get a grade that you would like to get. The next one, as you can see here, is more information to take. It shows you where to go from here. So let's go back and look at the content of the course. Each week is broken down, and you can see that we have them down from the first week is May 25th through May 27th. Notice the first week is a very short week since we start on Wednesday and we end on Sunday. So again, please make sure that you get everything done in that short period of time. The rest of the time, the weeks are more traditional, except for the last week, which only goes from July 2nd to July 5th. But let's look at the basic layout of a given week. You're going to have a series of videos. This is going to take you, and you can basically go through these. You're also going to have discussions like you see here. You can go in here and read the discussions, and oftentimes I'll have videos associated with them. And then there is going to be your quiz. If there is an assignment that is due that week, there will also be a link there. So let's look at a different week, because again, they're all set up to look the same to make it easy to navigate this course. Notice you have your quiz, you have some videos, and again, you're going to have your discussions down there. So this is basically the layout of this course. I've tried to make this as easy and straightforward as humanly possible. Of course, if you have any questions along the way, please do not hesitate to reach out and ask. I look forward to working with all of you over the course of the next 7 weeks.